Back in 1991, there were a bunch of great community banks in all these towns around the city of Chicago. All these great community banks got bought up by the bigger banks. This left an opportunity to come and fill that void. Our research said then and now that 50% of the people want that high-touch personal community banking, where you really get involved in the community, become a centerpiece of the community. One night, I talked a couple of the other guys that are still here to help me write a business plan if we would open a bank. Had bought a lot of banks in our career, but had never really opened one. And they said, we want to go home. And I said, how about if I buy beer and cigars? And they said, all right, we'll stay. So I wrote the business plan and they worked the numbers. It was on that green bar paper. That's all on tracks on the side. At the end of the day, I said, this could work. So I quit my job and had 5 kids at the time and rented 1,100 square feet in downtown Lake Forest. Showed up. I didn't know where to sit. I had to call my wife to bring a card table over and it's a chair. And so she brought it over and the 5 kids are in the car and they're all looking at me and she goes, I sure hope you know what the hell you're doing. I go, so do I. It was the day after Labor Day in 1991 and we opened December 27th, 1991. To my surprise, we opened at 7 a.m. and I got there about 6:15. By 6:30, people were waiting to come into the bank. 1993, we did it again in Hinsdale. Then we went to Wilmette, North Shore Community Bank, opened them in October 1994. People really wanted that old-fashioned community-type service. We built this on same or better products, same or better delivery systems, kill them with service. So then we roll into 1995, and we opened in Libertyville, and that one went just as well as the others. In 1996, we decided to open in Barrington. Now, these were all different banks with different shareholder groups. We decided to put them under one holding company, and that became what is now Wintrust. We kept going and building. 9 of our 15 chartered banks we started de novo. The rest, the other 6 were acquired. We started actually acquiring banks. Our philosophy is we take what the market gives us, and sometimes it gives you the opportunity to grow organically. Sometimes it gives you the opportunity to grow through acquisition. And by having the multi-charters, we walk the walk. We don't just talk the talk. We keep that local community flavor, which is so important to what we do. Our banking area is just 2 hours from Chicago. We know this market. We know it well. And actually, when we hit 20 years, which would have been 2011, we sat down again, the 3 of us who had kind of started this with a couple other guys, and of course over beer and cigars, and we kind of looked back and said, guys, what do you want to do the next 20 years? It's been good so far. And they said, Chicago is such a great town. It's got everything going for it. It doesn't have its own bank. Why not us? We made the decision to align ourselves with the really iconic brands that make up Chicago Cubs, Chicago White Sox, the Mackinac Race, the Wintrust Arena, and DePaul University, to name a few. We've been able to grow. We understand this community. We understand that it's like a quilt. We're Chicago. We're different. And we've developed and designed our bank to be different. We hire people from the communities. They understand it. They get involved. That's how we've been able to build and grow. Our philosophy really hasn't changed since day one. That personal touch, knowing your customer, knowing the town that you're serving, and working with them to make their lives better. Your bank shouldn't be a pain to you. Your bank should make your life easy, and that's what we do because we know you. We understand you're not a number with us. You come in, people understand who you are. You'll feel the difference when you walk into one of our banks, when you meet our people. You'll feel that difference.